Dear students, welcome to our science episodes. Today we are going to discuss diversity in living organisms and principles of their classification. Living organisms diversity. What is diversity? It is the variety of life on Earth among living organisms, including different plants, animals, and microorganisms. Animals diversity. Animals can differ in shape or size. You can find huge animals like elephants and rhinoceros. Small animals like rabbits, rats, and lizards. Animals also live in different habitats. Some of them live in water, like fish, crocodiles, and hippopotamus, while others live on land, like horses, lions, and dogs. What about plants? Plants are also different, and they can differ in height. You can find tall plants like camphor and palm trees. You can find short weeds like clover and gargir. Plants differ in leaves too. Large-sized leaves like banana trees, small-sized leaves like molokhia. What about microorganisms? What are microorganisms? They are very small and tiny living organisms that cannot be seen by naked eyes. You can see them only under microscope. And they spread everywhere around you, in air, soil, and water. Also, these microorganisms show diversity, or they are different from each other. If you will get a drop of pond water that is not so clean, a glass slide, a glass cover slip, a dropper, methylene blue dye, and a light microscope. And then you will add a drop of methylene blue dye to a little amount of pond water. And then you will put this drop on the glass slide and cover it with a glass slip. Under the small objective lens of a light microscope, put the slide and examine it. And repeat examining the slide using the high power objective lens. You will observe a lot of unicellular microorganisms such as amoeba, euglena, and paramecium. So as a conclusion, microorganisms differ in shape and the way of movement. For example, amoeba move by pseudopodia. Euglena move by the flagellum. And paramecium move by the cilia. Let's watch this video together to know more about microorganisms under microscope. Classification of living organisms. Due to the great diversity of living organisms, it became necessary to classify them into groups based on similar characteristics. So we put the plants together, the animals together, the microorganisms together, and so on, in order to study them easily. We can classify plants according to their shape. So some plants do not have roots, stems, or leaves, such as the algae. Most plants have roots, stems, or leaves, such as corn, wheat, palms, and camphor plants. According to reproduction and how plants reproduce. So, for example, ferns reproduce by forming spores and not seeds. Vogare and Adiantum are examples of ferns. Other plants reproduce by formation of seeds. Plants that make seeds are either gymnosperms, So these seeds are formed inside cones, like pine trees, or angiosperms, where these seeds are formed inside flowers. So we have two kinds of plants forming seeds. Angiosperms forming the seeds inside the flower, or gymnosperm forming the seed inside cones. Examples for angiosperms: a monocotyledon, like the maize and the wheat. The seed of the corn, maize, or wheat are called monocotyledon. Beans and peas seeds are called dicotyledon. Now time for questions. Choose the right answer. What trees have large-sized leaves? Banana, gargir, clover. It's banana. Is a unicellular organism which moves by flagellum. It's euglena. What reproduce by forming spores? Pines, palms, vogare and adiantum. Yes, ferns. What are dicotyledon plants? Corn, peas, wheat. It's peas. Do not have roots, stems, or leaves. Algae, beans, pines. Algae. Are all flowering plants except corn, vogare, or peas? Yes, vogare, which are kinds of ferns. Dear students, thank you for watching. See you later in other science episodes.